Hello. So why do you want to study and understand tarot? Well, for me, it's because I want the shortest, best shot to my unconscious mind as possible. And today I wanted to talk about a very special card. It is the first card. Well, actually, it comes before the first card, and it is the Fool. 0. So, the Fool, the Joker, the Fool, it symbolizes freedom and fearlessness. And I am using the Illuminated Tarot card deck. I got this on a trip to Barcelona, and I fell in love with this card deck. It is beautiful. Inside, I mean, these cards are absolutely beautiful. This is kind of like why I had to get them. But look at this. It's like colorful, and although they don't really match the I guess the traditional card designs, these designs are just as beautiful, just as interesting, and will help guide you to the unconscious. All right, so the Fool. So I've been reading this book, Tarot, Talisman, or Taboo. I picked this up at the bookstore, and it's really, really good. It's an excellent book. It's an excellent book. I fell in love with it. And I've been reading about the Fool. And the Fool is represented by the number 0. And so in this book, he starts off with this illustration of the Fool here. And then he starts and he says, the concept of 0 was unknown in the ancient world. It is not yet 1,000 years since we discovered that nothing really matters. And I think that's really interesting. So he goes on to explain how for a very long time, humans never had a way to represent 0, which is nothing, right? And so the Fool represents kind of nothingness, right? Like us humans at our most basic form, at our most natural state, we are fools. And this book gets, I took a particular interest in this topic. Well, in this particular card today, I don't think it was quite by coincidence, because recently I made a really foolish decision, and when I read this chapter on the Fool or the Joker, it kind of relieved me a little bit, like it's okay, like we all make really stupid I made a really silly decision, and I'm just like wanted to cry. Okay, I still kind of want to cry, but it's fine. Okay, so I want to read a paragraph for you from this book, and it says, having no position requires a certain attitude. Now he's tying this into being the Fool and the number 0. So for a long time, 0 didn't exist. It represents nothingness. It's a number that represents no position, right? So having no position requires a certain attitude, what we might call a disposition, the characteristic of displaced persons. People who reach the depths of themselves, rock bottom, are said to be in touch with the ground of their being. Point 0, square one. This is what we call humility. Not some hypocritical, self-demeaning abasement, but as the word humus originally signified, being earthed, standing squarely on the reality of who we are and the ground we occupy on planet Earth. And then he goes on to talk about how the Joker is wild. The Joker represents all the things that make us extremely uncomfortable. So when he personifies the Joker, he talks about vagabonds, hobos, homeless people, tramps, prostitutes, the down, the trodden, all the people we kind of run away from, beggars. And they make us really uncomfortable. It says here, the fool is an eccentric. Impossible to pin down. If we meet him outside of ourselves, we become angry and intolerant. They make us uncomfortable. They threaten both our security and our obsession with security. A lifetime of making assurance doubly sure, their nonchalance, carefree, couldn't carelessness is a challenge to our meticulous defense mechanisms. Okay, and then it talks about when we inevitably meet the fool or the joker within ourselves. So it says, when we meet this card inside ourselves, it is terrifying. This is each one of us at our most basic. This is what we are behind all the trappings, the degrees, the success, the wealth, the CV, the training, the skill, the fame, the rank, the celebrity, kudos, popularity, and prestige. The fool as point zero symbolizes what is genuine about us. Pure gold. It is who we are when naked. It is us at ground zero, standing inside the first circle of ourselves. This card tells us what the human capacity for achieving new meaning is linked to our capacity to let life make a fool of us. Now, I'm going to read that again, just so I can make it a little bit clearer. This is what kind of made me feel better about me making my horrible, foolish, silly decision recently. This card tells us that the human capacity for achieving new meaning is linked to our capacity to let life make a fool of us. So our ability to extract new meanings from life and to make connections is directly linked to our ability to let loose and let life make a fool of us and make mistakes and do stupid things so that we can learn and create new meaning. This card, the Fool, is humility personified. As we know, we can't go anywhere without being humble because we have to learn. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I thought this was really interesting. I really am enjoying this book. I can leave a link for this book in the description. So if you want to, you can check out that link, and hopefully I can find a link to these cards too, but I might not be able to find them. But these two things have kind of helped me develop my knowledge and understanding of the esoteric, of the metaphysical, and of course magic and witchcraft. Now I hope to see you again soon in the next video.